Gareon Conley. I just addressed this the other day, and it's just amazing how much ignorance is out there. Gareon Conley, still unsigned, misses entirety of Raiders pre-camp warm-up. And with any news story, you scroll right to the comments. You ain't gonna find anything in here. The speculation about how much his contract would be worth. But I don't think that's the real big deal. And there's also mention of, the Raiders might be holding out because of the legal issues. Trying to put some language in there. I think that's pretty obvious. And keep on scrolling, you come down to the scroll section. The ones I like to find are the ones that say things like, "Not sure why this investigation is taking so long, but it is what it is. I'm assuming that this typical NFL contract has a clause in it which a team is off the hook if a player is jailed or imprisoned. Could Conley's agent possibly be fighting this?" How about Conley fighting it? As I said. And here's another one. "Damn it, y'all. He's a kid. Got mud shocked." I'm gonna have to go on the urban dictionary thing site to decipher some of this. "Bitch wants dollars, that's all. Felt disrespected by blowing his tool in front of his friends." What the fuck here? If there was anything at all, charges would have been filed by now. Her side is probably telling her to hold out. Wait till the boy has money, then hit him up for an out of court settlement. Reds don't want to send that Whiskey Tango bitch any money. Whiskey Tango bitch. Just relax. Just no longer hesitate. All gonna be fine. And that was coming from Raider Nation. Something is beginning to stink. How long does it take to determine whether or not you're gonna charge someone with rape? Either the evidence exists that shows a person is guilty or does not. There should be a criminal penalty for those that falsely accuse others of sexual misconduct. In many cases, the accuser is looking for a payday. In many of these cases, it equates to extortion, sexual extortion. When the accusation is a false one, the accuser should face the same criminal penalty that the accused would have faced if he or she were proven to be guilty. Yes, women rape men all the time. Nice as it sounds, it's impossible to prove most of the time. The investigation included a formal declaration of guilt or innocent. It would surpass the ability of the courts and last twice as long as trial. The police aren't looking to make a criminal declaration of innocence when the accuser still has civil options. We know sex took place, or false. As far as claims go, refers to consent, not actual sex. Good luck trying to define consent to the point of innocence. Okay, now I'll make my point. In Cleveland, Ohio, I can't remember the name of the county, and it might be the whole state. This is probably a statute of the whole state. I just read a little short article about rape and about other criminal charges. Most criminal charges have to be filed within 6 years. That's for things like burglary and stuff like that. Assault. Murder, there is no statute limitations that can be filed 100 years later. Okay? For sexual crimes, including rape. In 2015, the statute of limitations was increased from 20 years to 25 years. So, this is 2017. You do the math. They could charge him down the road. And like I said, and no one's picking up on it because I don't see anyone else copying me yet, but people are prone to copy me, especially when I start talking about things that are, just a little different viewpoint than others. Or like, for example, there was an article about Vanderdos. I mean, who's talking about him? He missed the OTAs and stuff, and he comes in. Okay, that's a story. But now someone's saying, oh, he might be the best player of the bunch they drafted. I actually think he's going to be good. I really do. Based on the article I saw, he's taking all this thing very seriously. He wasn't organizing orgies 3 days before the draft. And while he was accused by certain websites of being pretty much derelict, missing in action, it was as if it was his fault or whatever that he went to college to go get an education. Not everyone goes to college gets an education, though. But it was all painted as if, it was his fault. It's his fault, and he was sitting on his ass, and he wasn't doing anything, wasn't getting anything done. I mean, Conley he's been given a cleaner slate. I can mention the names. They were on Bleacher Report. I mean, there was several websites, actually, that were criticizing him. But now one website is jumping on the bandwagon of some people like myself who think actually he's going to come in and he's going to contribute. He's taken things very seriously, and that all came out. He trained near UCLA. I forget what, Thousand Oaks. I forget the name of the facility, but there were other NFL players there, and he was picking their brain, including Clay Matthews. So I think this guy is taking things very seriously. I mean, Gareon Conley took things to the next level 3 days before the draft. And really stupid. As Cleo Mack, who is, I don't know, he said some stupid things too about like quoting Malcolm X and stuff, but he has said this too about don't blow your lottery ticket. Well, that is exactly what Gareon Conley did. Exactly. Now, what does this chump say for his deal? He thinks it's going to be $10.5 million with a fifth-year option. Okay. I think it can be assumed he's probably not going to get any endorsement deals. But I disagree with the idea that just the woman is waiting for his contract to come out. Now, the Raiders could be arguing about the finer points of the contract to make sure. But I've already predicted it. I think I'm going to be right. There's a reason they haven't charged him yet. They know that nothing too bad went on. I mean, he would have already been arrested if there was a rape kit done and it showed extensive damage and his semen all over her and in her, and maybe she's pregnant or something. All that, he would have been arrested immediately if there was all that physical evidence. There isn't too many. I'm assuming, because I mean, you'd have to stand to reason. You would charge him if there was lots of physical evidence. It's just a he said, she said, and just the most pathetic people saying he and she. And so they don't want to blow their load. They blow their load, you know, reveal too many of their cards. They want him thinking you could be facing rape, because that is their bargaining chip. Like I said, they don't consider him to be someone that needs 20 years in prison to be corrected. But they want to hang that over him. They want him distracted. And they definitely didn't want to approach him before his contract, because he's going to be a different person after he gets that money. I don't know how NFL players get paid. I don't know if it's a weekly check, bi-weekly, monthly, 4 times a year. I have no idea. But he's going to have a contract in front of him, something he can take to a bank and say, here, can I get this and that done? He could be trying to look for, I don't know how it would work, because I've never had to go into some sort of tax shelter type of deal. Some people who win the lottery put the thing into a trusteeship. You have someone looking after it, where other people can't go after that money. That's a possibility. Like I said, it's 20 years, 25 years statute of limitations in Ohio. It could be trying to do something like that. It could be something about him, not just the Raiders, to hide his money. But I don't think he's going to be able to hide the money, because the Raiders are going to be followed very closely, and he will have the hot white spot on him very soon. Even though nowadays they use LEDs and they're much cooler. But once he signs this contract, he doesn't really have too many options, like Rio said. He will have to sign pretty soon. And once he does, that's when I believe the DA is going to want to talk to him and tell him, look, we're going to charge you with rape, but if you want to plea out, you can plead guilty to a lesser charge, pay restitution, and that'll be it. I don't know if they would throw on probation, because I don't think he would agree to a lesser charge if he's going to have probation. He's not going to be able to leave the state. We'll have some severe restrictions on him because he's an NFL football player, and he's going to be potentially leaving the country at least once. I don't know if it would have anything like community service or something, but I'm pretty sure it's you admit you did wrong. We love making fun of people. We are the courts. We're the court corporation. And you pay this fine to us so we can all have a shindig. And once you do that, we will stop bothering you. Yes. I believe I'm dead right. Because I don't know why they would not charge him by now. Other than the reason I just gave. They waiting for some mystery witness to come about? No. They're waiting for his contract to come about. And his accuser is looking for it too. But the soon, like I said in the other video, the sooner he puts it under the bridge, the better off he will be. It's only money. You screwed up. Now you're going to lose some of your money.